guys, for today's video, I'm going to be sharing a makeup tutorial with you, and this is what I mentioned in my last video. This has been my go-to on-the-go, quick, fast, cute, kind of smoky, sexy fall makeup look. What's with all the hand movements? I don't know what's going on. This is actually an opportune moment because I am getting ready to go meet friends tonight, and I have to leave the house in 55 minutes. So I still have to get dressed, find an outfit, do my hair, do my makeup, all that in less than an hour. So I wanted to share it with you guys because it's such a freaking cute look. It's so easy. It's one eyeshadow, no lashes, so cute. It's smoky, it's sexy, it's sultry. It's perfect for fall, even though fall's about to be over in like a week. As you guys know, I just moved and I didn't have time to film any fall makeup tutorials. So we're gonna go ahead and jump on into it. We're actually gonna start with the full everything, skincare down to makeup. This is so freaking fast. I've told you guys so many times, I don't have a go-to look. I really like to do different makeup every day. I love to play with eyeshadow and I just like to try new things. But this has been a go-to for me for probably maybe like September and October. I took a break from wearing makeup with the move because we were so busy. But when I have been going out on occasion, this is what I've been doing. It's so fast, it's so cute, it's so easy. And it makes me think, like, what happened to nice, easy, simple makeup? I mean, I love a full beat, but also it kind of makes me think makeup used to be so easy and all of a sudden we're all fancy and crazy. I mean, I love the artistry, but also sometimes it's just nice to have a quick, easy, fresh face. I have way too much energy. I just drank a Red Bull, so now I'm full of life. Okay, so I'm starting with this. This is the Inky List Caffeine Eye Cream. I really like this. It really makes my eyes feel so nice. And then I'm also going in with the Inky. This is the hyaluronic acid. And my skin is doing weird things lately. It's dry, oily. So I usually do some kind of serum and hyaluronic acid. I like to mix this with the ordinary vitamin C serum, but this can dry my skin out because it's a higher concentration of vitamin C. So I have not been using that. I've just been using the hyaluronic acid, and then I go back and forth between that combination or this from the ordinary. This is the niacinamide 10% and then the zinc 1%. So I give that just a second to sit and soak in. Normally, I'll kind of do other things, maybe wet my sponge, do something like that to just kind of give this a couple minutes to sink in. But because we're on a time crunch right now, I decided to sit down and film a video when I got somewhere to be. As usual, story of my life, I'm just gonna jump right into moisturizer, and I'm using this at the moment. It's the Bliss Drench and Quench Cream to Water Hydrator moisturizer, and I really like it. I'm almost done with it. It was almost, I want to say just maybe a little tiny too moisturizing for me in the summer, but I'm probably gonna go ahead and repurchase this since my skin is kind of dry right now. It does dry out a bit. I'm being so rough. Don't be this rough with your skin, but I'm in a rush, so that's why I'm being this rough. For the primers I have been using, I'm testing this right now from Tarte. I showed this in my haul video, but I also mentioned, I don't know if this was doing something weird because I looked real cakey in my T-zone. I don't know if it was my sponge, if my foundation was old. I did get a new foundation, I mean a fresh one. So I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and try this again since I have a new foundation, and I think I'm also gonna try a different sponge. I'm also just using a teeny tiny bit. For the rest of my face, I'm so into this right now. It's the No Problem Prime Essence. I'm gonna be 100% honest, not sure what an essence is, if I'm being real, but it's hydrating, but it's not greasy. This is the L'Oreal Infallible. Right now I am pale as shit, so I'm using the shade 425, and then I have a new Maybelline Dewy foundation. I did have 128. They didn't have 128 at the store, so I got 120, which is supposed to have a warm undertone, but I like to mix and match because the Dewy foundation will help kind of add a little bit of glidiness to this one, since I don't know what's happening with my face right now. It's like in a weird, you know, place. So I do more of the L'Oreal and then just a dab of Dewy since, you know, typically I'm an oily gal, and we're starting with foundation. Can you believe it? Me neither. And this is kind of like a medium coverage. I'm not like a full coverage. I like my skin to look like skin. You can kind of still see some blemishes. I think that looks cute because I'm a natural gal. Seriously, I have issues. I'll start with the outside perimeter of my face where I want more coverage, drag down to my neck. Seriously, my 5. Whatever's left over, I'll normally take it across my nose because I always get real cakey in my nose and I hate that. Why am I talking with this other neck? This is actually a really good color match for me. Normally I go darker. I'm not doing primer on my lid, so I like to take the excess foundation. We'll go in with concealer as well, but I really like to go over my lids just to make sure it sticks. Shape Tape Light Medium Honey to counteract dark circles. That's a little more on the peachy side. And we're gonna do Light Sand. Oh, that's a little too much. I don't normally like to go that heavy, but we're already in it, so let's just keep going. You know what I love, you guys, is a fresh concealer. Like when I get a fresh Shape Tape, that just freaking excites me. I also like to take it on this part of my face, just whatever's left over, because I do like to look not so one-dimensional, but I don't like to go in super heavy-handed, like painting the concealer on. That's a little too much for my skin. Take it down on the side of my nose, like this, whatever is left over. Make sure we tap out the creases before we go in and set with my Essence banana powder. Kind of like to flip it over and then just soak up any excess. Okay, let's move on to setting powder. I tap my brush in here, but I tap off a lot of the excess, and I only set the under eye. I want to keep the top of my lid sticky so the shadow has something to kind of grab to since I'm not using primer. And then I like to do one more run over? What the fuck does that mean? Just to get all the excess foundation, because I like my skin, again, want to look as natural as possible. We don't want to look too heavy. I'm going in with my Pretty Vulgar powder, and I'm gonna lightly set the face again since I'm kind of on the drier side. How many times can I say this in this video? I find I don't need a ton of powder this time of year. I still need to set my T-zone for sure, like for sure. But I don't usually have to bake my nose or anything in the summer months. I'll really bake my nose. I'll bake around here just to make sure that nothing's gliding anywhere, but I just don't need that right now. I do need to set, but just a light layer. And this powder is so nice. It's a matte powder, but it's not a drying matte. It's a very natural looking matte, and it does keep your foundation in place. I highly recommend if you are more on the oily side. Kat Von D setting powder in Petal. If you guys know any loose powders this tone, please let me know, because they discontinued this, and I love that it has this pinky tone because it's super brightening, and I love that. I got way too much on my sponge, but I'm just gonna try to put it evenly under. Ooh, yeah, I got a lot. Put it under each eye just to make sure that nothing creases. This is the Catrice Sun Lover Bronzer. I love this. It is so beautiful. I'm gonna show you guys right now. Ooh, oh girl, did you forget how to do makeup? Like, what is a blend? Come on. It reminds me so much of an Hourglass bronzer, a Becca bronzer, something that's very luxurious, skin-like, and I think this is like $8 at Ulta. It is so beautiful. You don't have to contour if you don't want to. I always contour because, again, I have a little bit of a rounder face. See this? Take any contour that you have. I'm just taking this because it's in front of me, and I do actually really love this. This is the Cover FX, can I speak? The Cover FX Face Perfector palette. I love this contour. It is the perfect shade for my skin tone. I'll just go like bloop bloop, tap, and that's it. I know it looks kind of harsh right now. It's definitely harsher on camera than it is in person, just so you know. We'll kind of blend everything together at the very end so it looks a little softer. Just wanted to zoom you guys in a little bit closer for the eyes. I do use 2 different brushes. I'll use a blending brush to go into the crease, and then I'll take more of like a packing brush to do the lid. What I have been doing is the Dose of Colors, I think it's called the Sassy Siennas palette. I can't find that right now since we moved. I still haven't unpacked all my palettes, and I don't know where it is, but I take the really warm red tone in that palette, and that's the shade that I use you know, for the shadow. Since I don't know where that is, I'm gonna be taking this from Dominique Cosmetics. It's the Celestial, I could never say that word, Thunder palette. I got this in a BoxyCharm, and I haven't tried the whole palette, but I have try just this one because I've been doing this look a lot. This is Storm Dust. So I just take a shade very similar to this, something more on the red tone side. That's why I like this for fall too, because it's like a cute, like warm tone little eyeshadow look. So I'm gonna take this brush. This is it's a Morphe brush. I can't remember the number because it rubbed off. It's the only Morphe blending brush that I like. And I'm gonna use this in the Crease. This shade is so pretty. It's so pigmented. And it's such like a rich color. Basically what I'm doing is just taking it as my transition, and that's exactly what you're doing. You're just gonna pack it on as if you would do any type of smoky eye or any type of eyeshadow look where you would use a lighter transition, but I'm just gonna drag it down onto my lid. You can take a blending brush and drag it down and kind of blend it onto your actual eyelid, but I like to take a packing brush. I really, for me, since I'm not using a primer and I have creasy eyes and my eyeshadow creases very easily, I like to take something packing like this and really just like shove this bitch in my eye. Basically, that's what I'm doing. People ask me sometimes in the comments, like if I'm doing bridal makeup or like some type of event makeup on my clients where, like, you know, a wedding, people are crying. How do you get the makeup to stick when somebody's crying? Or like if somebody has really watery eyes, and honestly, you just keep packing. I find that that's the best way I can get it to work, or at least get it to stick as good as possible, is you just keep packing and packing, especially when it comes to shadow. It's easy to overdo like highlight, bronzer, blush, stuff like that, but shadow, it's kind of like if you're packing, you know, what's really gonna happen? The color is gonna be a little more intense. It's not gonna be like if you put too much bronzer on or too much blush. That trick also works for me in this situation where I don't wanna use primer, I don't have time to use primer, I don't have time for all that. I just like to really pack, and normally that gets the job done. I really, you know, don't have a lot of creasing. I might have like very minimal creasing, again, just because my eyes are so creasy, but it's nothing crazy. Nothing that I look at it and I'm like, ooh, that looks really bad. At least with a matte shadow. Shimmers are a little different because they're a little more creamy, but in this situation, this works just fine. I finished this eye off camera for the sake of time. Also, I'm running out of time. I'm gonna take that same shade and I'm gonna take a brush and just kind of run it on the lower lash line. Again, just using the same shadow for like this whole entire look because it's just so cute. I love how it's kind of like monochromatic and it's just kind of simple, you know? I always like to connect like that. And that's it pretty much for the eyes until we do mascara. I'm gonna finish off the face, and I'm gonna take this blush. This is by Amuse Cosmetics. I got this on Shop Miss A, and this is the blush in Tequila Sunrise. So just run this on my little cheekies. Okay, you guys were way too close. I just zoomed you out a little more. I'm gonna take this highlight. This is the Juvia's Tribe Highlighter Volume 3. It's so pretty. I'm sure I've talked about this in a video before. It's like a kind of cool tone, icy type of highlight. I can not stop using it. Go above the brow, and then also I like to hit the brow with my brush so you don't have to dip into another shadow for brow highlight. Do the chin. I'm looking at myself in the monitor and I feel like I look so crazy, but once I do mascara, it'll be fine. Do the bridge of the nose, and then we'll do the tip. For this look, I don't do lashes, I just do mascara, and I like the way just mascara looks. I think it looks really pretty. By the way, this is the IT Cosmetics Superhero Mascara. I love this mascara. It's so flippin' good. I got this in a BoxyCharm. I have to tell you guys, I never spend money on mascara. I think there's so many good affordable ones. If you do want to spend a little bit of cash on mascara, this one is really good. I mean, it makes your lashes so thick. I don't curl my lashes. If you have really straight lashes, you can curl them. I just can't be bothered to curl my lashes. I don't even know if I own a lash curler anymore besides the one in like my professional kit. Since I'm not doing falsies, I just really like to load on the mascara. So I'll do the top, I'll do the bottom, and then I'll give it a second to dry, and then I'll do just a little bit more. I am going to go off camera and do my brows. I would do my brows on camera with you guys, but I don't have time. Okay, I love you, but I'm like really running low on time because I'm talking and conversing with you guys and we're chatting, so gonna do my brows real quick and then I will be right back and we will finish this off. When I do this eyeshadow look, and again, trying to be quick, and I'm not carving out my brows or anything, or I'm really not trying to get them to look super perfect like I normally do. I'll take it and just kind of outline the bottom, I'll outline the top and just get the shape of it because my brows are naturally uneven. I'll kind of fill in whatever needs to be filled in to make them a little more even, and instead of filling them in completely like I normally would, I'll just take the spoolie and kind of brush them out and brush them in like that. So I really kind of just do the outline and the shape just to make sure that they're even this way, you know what I mean? And then I'll take a fiber filling brow gel like this. I love the Essence one as well, but this one is from e.l.f. This is the Wow Brow. I think it's a neutral brown. The sticker came off, but this is what I'll do if I want to add a little more definition. I need to fill in a little more where I missed with my pencil. And then that makes it easy for me as well. I mean, they're not perfect. They definitely could be more even. But also with this kind of look, I'm not like too concerned with looking super perfect, you know? I just kind of want to look presentable. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'm gonna take a little more mascara because I do want to load on just a bit more. Do my bottom lashes first, just do another coat. This is what I used to do before I learned how to do lashes because I couldn't figure out how to do lashes for years. I feel like it's easy to get volume with lashes, but length is where I kind of struggle because I have like little baby lashes. So I really like to load on the mascara just so it looks super full but also long as well because I want my lashes to be long and voluminous and pretty. I need a little brightness in the inner corner. So I'm gonna take my finger, just pop that in. Inner corner. You can use a brush. Sometimes I'll reach for this. This is my little Eco Tools brush. I've had this for like 10 years. Kind of gotta go. So just use my finger and then just do some spray. Kind of settle all the powders. I go in heavy with the spray, especially right now since my skin's on the drier side. For my lip combo, this is my choice right now. This is the ColourPop Lippy, there's a hair on it, excuse me. Lippy pencil in, I think BFF, yeah, BFF 3. I freaking love this lip liner so much. I'm telling everybody about it. Fill in just a little on the bottom. I don't fill in the whole thing, but I do the majority of it. And then I do the top. But when I do the top, I kind of overline this part of my lips. I don't like to do the sides or anything because it looks a little too fake, at least in my opinion. So when I do my lip liner, I mostly overline just the top and then I kind of like to straighten out my Cupid spot like this. People always ask me if I get lip injections. Thank you so much. I don't. I just overline my lips. Just a pinch. And then I take this lipstick from Maybelline. This is the number 930 Truffle Tease. It's like a little bit of a darker nude. Pop that in the center. This is a new gloss from Maybelline. I love their glosses. They are so good. It looks like it's a collaboration from somebody, but I can't read the name. It looks like this. I'll make sure to list it below, but it's in the shade Tan Lines. Tan Line. I can't read or talk today, apparently. It's like a really light nude. Pop this in the center. Just tap it in like this. And that is it. That is it for this video. That's it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. It's so easy, super quick. Like normally when I'm not filming, obviously, and doing a tutorial and trying to teach and talk at the same time because I can't multitask, this takes me like 20 to 25 minutes. It's so fast, it's so easy, very minimal steps. At least more minimal than the usual, you know? And yeah, I just wanted to share it with you guys. It's so cute for fall. It would be really cute for Thanksgiving. And I really like this. I'm gonna take this with me into Christmas, into spring, into summer. Maybe I'll just switch up the shadow. I don't know. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you have not yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe before you go. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my videos. What was that? I will see you in my next one. Bye!